Hello and welcome to another episode of Lexx Education. This is a solo intro with me, Ron, your favorite science boy from the West Country of the United Kingdom, who's got a sister who's a little bit comedy, she's a little bit books, she's a lot dumb bins. That's Laura Lexx. Where's she? She's in New Zealand right now. So she's not here for intros. She may not be here for intros for some time. We don't know. It's 11 hours ahead there. That's a recording conundrum that us brainiacs, you'll be surprised to hear, did not solve before she left for a month. Immediately after she comes back as well, where's Ron? He's going to Sweden. So it's a puzzle, it's a headache, but here we are, here I am. It's a bank holiday Sunday, it's 9 o'clock, I've been camping, I've been in the Wye Valley, I canoed down the Wye River for some hours. I'm very tired. I should have edited this, I should have done this days ago, but I didn't, dear listeners. I'm here now with you, pulling it off so that you can have a lovely bank holiday Monday listening to us. What are we talking about? What are we talking about indeed? Ooh, we dive deeper into physics than we've ever dived before with the most physicsy physics that you've ever heard. Laura handles it good from what I remember, from when I just edited it. It's a great app. I'm not going to bore you for too long. I'm not the most charismatic when I'm on my own, nor indeed with other people. So I'll let you get into it. The only thing I will say, sorry for doing a lot of bits with the filters on Google Meets that we don't explain. Not even once really sort of what we're doing, but we just had a giggle. But Laura was having a bad week and I wanted to cheer her up, so we had a very silly app. So enjoy. Have a lovely time. I'll see you on the other side. This is Ron saying love the app, love you, enjoy.
Oh, I don't feel like we're going into this with a good energy.
No.
Why does moles kill us? Do you think moles would be this bad if we hadn't had to do the very first one twice?
I think so. It's for some reason, because you didn't get it the first time. It's not like that was a walk in the park. For some reason, it's just just shit off a duck's back in your brain. You just can't remember it.
No. I can for glimpses of it.
When do those happen?
Oh, I felt like in the lesson.
Yeah.
It was there.
But you didn't. Yes, but that's not remembering, is it?
No, but it is understanding.
Yes.
And that's good.
Yeah. I think I just expected too much of you in that quiz.
Yeah.
Trying to sort of apply two principles at once.
Yeah. It was quite a lot.
Yeah, but you
I
asked me to
accept your
shush.
apology.
I'm not apologising.
Too late. Already accepted it. And I won't give you a receipt. I've got this Tunnocks caramel bar.
Caramel bar?
Yeah, that did come out weird, didn't it?
Very West Country. Okay.
I think
right.
maybe I should do a wee before we do this lesson.
Yeah, I need a cup of tea and to just
Okay.
not look at your stupid face for a sec.
Okay, you've had a break from my big stupid face.
Yes.
Right, let's make this episode really fun, Ron, because I've got another meeting straight after this and I don't want to have brain frazzle.
Sure. Okay, yeah, like I said weeks ago in an intro, I've made the exec decision to just move on to the next topic.
Okay, because we were doing...
All of this uncertainty,
Oh, yeah.
precision, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. I don't say blah, blah, blah.
It's long. It was
Do you know
long.
what that's a quote from, Ron?
Hotel Transylvania, probably.
Yeah.
So we're moving on to 3.2, Laura. This is some proper bloody physics shit.
Okay. Balls, hills, pushing, pulling.
No.
Russo.
Particles and radiation.
Ooh. Oh, I liked radiation.
Yeah.
I think it's because I radiate such joy.
Well, it's A-levels where this really starts, like, getting kind of crazy, okay?
Whoa.
So
Crazy like this fringe that's just missing the middle of itself?
it's nothing is as crazy as this fringe. I can't believe it's just not growing out at all.
I know. The rest of my hair's definitely growing, and I can tell from the way my hair dye is slowly eking away from my head. But the fringe is just, it's like it's died.
It's like she salted the tips.
Yeah.
So that it'll never grow back. Okay, so run me through the structure of an atom, please, Laura.
Hey, do you think it would be funny when I go to New Zealand and I'm gigging there to have a joke about how when I'm in the other hemisphere, my hair is shaved on the other side of my head?
I think you should try it every show and see if it's good.
That's a no then.
No, I think try it. But I don't know I don't know if the Antipodeans are sick of that kind of joke, you know?
Probably.
I think that's the worry.
I had an idea for a bit last night, Ron, about like, you know, when you really love your partner, but obviously like nobody can be everything. And I was thinking about how like Tom is a great guy and everybody loves him. He's fantastic. Like you can go to a party with him, have a brilliant time, blah, blah, blah. But then domestically, you know, some things fall through the cracks.
Yeah.
But like, do you reckon there's legs in comparing that to like, he's got great foreign policy, but all the trains are replacement buses, or like there's loads of... Do you know what I mean? Like comparing it to the cabinet in some way. Like he's really strong on X, but you can't expect him to be foreign minister and the treasurer.
I think there is legs in it. I don't know if you have the political savvy to pull it off.
Yeah. Might get messy because I've also been doing my analogy about how lions have got it absolutely nailed sexually. And then if I start... But maybe that's really funny if I then introduce like a political slant and then have like that could like slide into some political lions.
Or it's like a group of female lions and then just Keir Starmer comes over and shags them every night.
Yeah, maybe that's the way to do it. That's fun. Okay, particles and radiation.
Okay, Laura, run me
This
through
is why
this.
science doesn't stay in my brain, because that's the way my brain works. So then all of this, like, put it in lines and columns and the numbers all do the same thing every time. Like, logic doesn't exist within my thought stream.
Sorry, Laura, what's the way your brain works? What do you mean? What are you narrowing in on when you say that?
Like fireworks, you know, and just like boundaries are meaningless and everything's a membrane, not a wall. Everything can meld into everything. I can see the connections between it all. Like Limitless.
Limited with Laura Lexx. Giving yourself a lot of credit. Laura, can you talk me through the fucking structure of an atom, please?
Oh, yeah. Did you ask that?
Yes,
Oh.
twice now.
Structure of an atom, Ron. There's a nucleus. The nucleus contains protons and neutrons. Then we have loads of space, and then we have shells of electrons around the outside in different shapes and layers depending on the atom.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what's the charge of... what is the charge? Eating a meal? What's the charge of a proton, a neutron, and an electron?
Neutron, no charge. Proton +1, electron -1.
Now, what's the unit of that?
Charge.
Well, yeah, relative charge. We've made it all relative to each other to make the calculations easier. Now, in A level, and we're just gonna rattle this off. You're gonna write it down. You're gonna learn it. But at A level, we need to have an understanding of the numbers in SI units. Do you know what the SI unit of charge is?
No.
It's a unit called the coulomb.
Oh, yeah, because I keep thinking that a coulomb is... It sounds like some sort of Australian mammal.
Yeah. Oh, the
I think I'm
coulomb's
going
in the
quokka.
gum tree again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have
Try
you
that
got
in
the
New Zealand.
coulomb trap?
Coulomb is spelled COULO, maybe MB.
Wow, that's so different how I spelt it.
A proton's charge in coulombs, Laura, is
Yep.
1.6 times 10 to the minus 19.
1.6 times 10 to the minus 19. Okay.
Yep. What's the charge of a neutron in coulombs?
0.
Still 0. Very good. What's the charge of an electron in coulombs?
1.6 times 10 to the positive 19?
Why would that be?
Opposites.
Well, how does standard form work? If something was 1.6 times 10 to the 19, what type of number would that be?
Big number.
Yeah, do electrons have a massive charge?
No.
What's the relative charge of a proton?
1.
What's the relative charge of an electron?
Minus 1.
Which one's bigger?
Don't know. Minus 1.6 times 10 to the minus 19.
There we go.
I just did the opposites in the wrong place.
Yes, you just said things.
I didn't just say things. Fuck you. I applied logic, and the logic was it'd be the opposite. I just got the opposite wrong.
Yeah, you just said something rather than thinking about what 1.6 times 10 to the 19 would be.
Sorry, I was trying to make a jazzy show.
This isn't jazz. This is blues. It's repetitive. It's sorrowful. And it's lo-fi. Now, Laura, what's the SI unit of mass?
Zootons? What are they called? Newtons.
That's right, kilograms.
What's a newton?
A neutron?
Newtons.
Newton is the SI unit of force.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Kilograms. What's that, mass?
Yes.
Okay. God damn it. Are they named after Isaac Newton?
Yes, obviously.
That's cool. Yes,
Okay, Laura.
obviously.
The
Someone
the mass-
complimented how nice my nails were at the weekend, and now they've all started breaking. Why can I not have nice things?
the mass of a proton is
of a proton.
1.67 times 10 to the minus 27.
Hang on. Mass of a proton is what?
1.67 times 10 to the minus 27.
Okay. Well, that's
the
very
mass of
close to its charge, isn't it?
No.
1.6 and 1.67? That's similar. Get fucked, because it is.
What's the other part of both of those numbers?
Sure, yeah. It's got a different minusy bit, so it's bigger and smaller. But 1.6.
Yeah, they're about 10,000 times apart.
Sure, but the 1.6 is similar. Let's focus on where I was correct.
No,
This
you
is your
don't.
problem. This is why you
don't
shouldn't have
deserve
kids.
handouts
you
and gold
cannot,
stars
You cannot
all the
begin.
time for
you just
nothing.
can't
For
bring yourself
nothing.
to
For
begin
less
with
than
anything that
nothing.
might cheer me
Your
up.
contributions are worthless, and I will not recognise them. What's the mass of a neutron?
Neutrons are a lot bigger. Wait, a neutron is a proton and an electron added together. So I don't think it's going to be that much bigger than the mass of a proton.
What's the relative mass of a proton?
1.
What's the relative mass of a neutron?
1.
Okay.
1.67 times 10 to the minus 27?
Yep.
Great.
All right, and then the last one. The mass of an electron is 9.11 times 10 to the minus 31.
9.11 times 10 to the minus 31.
Yes, absolutely.
Gosh.
All right. You just need to log that away. That's info that you need to know.
Gosh.
There's
So
no
there's
fun
people
way to
around
do
there
it.
that just know that like a telephone number.
I used to, yeah.
Crikey.
Okay, Laura. Let's think about the nucleus, okay?
Okay.
I've said before, chemistry, you can broadly think of it as kind of like the study of electrons, and large branches of physics are more just kind of the study of the nucleus, okay?
Okay.
If we think about the makeup of a nucleus, we've got lots of protons banging around, and a bunch of neutrons. There's a charge on all of these protons, right?
Yeah.
Positive charge. What happens if you get two positive charges next to each other?
They will repel each other.
They will repel each other, exactly. Why do you know at all why a nucleus doesn't just fly apart? Why all of those things don't just...
A wall
What wall?
around the nucleus.
Is there a wall?
I always assumed so.
Why?
Because that's... Because we always say, like, it's in the nucleus. So I assumed it had like a little... There's like a little ball.
No. Lose that idea.
Oh.
Um,
Does the negativity of the electrons push them in?
Well, if you think about it, the negativity of the electrons, that should be pulling them out because the electrons are outside. The positive and negatives should attract
This
each
doesn't
other.
make any sense.
No, that's because there are forces at work that you may not be aware of.
Dark matter.
Might have a part to play, but don't worry
Duck
about that
matter.
now.
If
There
I
are
was a
four-
duck and I had a physics podcast, I would call it Duck Matter.
Okay. Yeah. Instead of quarks, you can have quacks. That's something.
Bill Nye, the duck science guy.
Yeah, that's good. There are four fundamental forces in the universe, Laura. Two of them you'll have heard of before. One of them was discovered by...
Gravity.
Yeah. Gravity's one. Could you guess at the other one? We've just been discussing it.
Charge.
Electromagnetism, exactly.
Electromagnetism. Yes.
Okay.
I wonder if electromagnets love to do comedy about how they've got a touch of the tism.
Didn't get that one. Tism.
Yeah, it's like like when people go, "Oh, I've got a touch of the tism," and it's like you just no. Autism is an actual thing. Yeah.
Oh no, I've never heard someone.
It's the
make
new
it all
thing to
cutesy
do.
Like that. Oh.
It's the new. I'm a little bit OCD.
Right. Yeah. No, I've not heard that one before. That sounds exhausting.
Yeah.
Um. So
Ooh,
yes,
just got my visa waivers.
we've got gravity and we've got electromagnetism, Laura.
Yep.
Then there are two other forces. We've got the strong nuclear force and the weak nuclear force.
Okay, those could have had jazzier names.
Yes, they could. These all fall on a scale. Okay, gravity is by far the weakest force of the four.
That's crazy.
Why? Why do you think that's crazy?
Well, because it's just the one in I know about.
Yeah, but if you think about it, even you, with your rotten shrimp stumps, you can overpower all the gravity of the Earth by jumping.
Oh yeah.
It's like you need so much mass to have
I'm
that
working on
be really
it.
strong. Yeah.
My goal is for gravity to win, and I will just be stuck to the earth like a little Velcro mustache.
You love an underdog. You want gravity to be the strongest.
Hey, when I lie down in a field, it's like the earth is playing fuzzy felts.
What are fuzzy felts?
Did you never have fuzzy felts as a kid?
I know that you've talked about it before.
It was like
what
a
is it?
fuzzy board, and then you had lots of felt shapes, and you could like lay them out in scenes.
Oh, I think you know when you had sort of your regression period during college and you started wearing like a brownie sash
Yeah.
and playing with your bank again. I think you
Mum
might have
threw my
gotten a
bank
fuzz.
away recently.
That's sad.
Fuzzy felts.
Yeah, I think you might have played with fuzzy felts then.
Maybe. Sounds like me.
Shall we stop?
No, this is going
Okay.
well. My notes
Right.
look profesh.
I need 20% more focus
Why?
because it's really hard. And we've been recording for over an hour.
No, but this episode has only been 20 minutes.
Yeah. I didn't say this episode was long. I said this has been long. This interaction.
Yeah. Well, guess what, Ron? We've still got another record to do tonight, so strap in for a day of me.
Oof. So, Laura,
Yes?
gravity's the weakest.
Yes.
Then we have the weak nuclear force.
Second weakest.
Yeah. That one we will come across later on when we look at radioactive decay, but it's essentially the force that springs particles apart.
Okay, TBC.
Yeah. Then we have electromagnetism.
Okay.
We know that's strong because, even
Should I switch to second strongest at this point?
depends how your brain works.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do second strongest.
Okay.
Okay. And then, Ron, applying logic.
Electromagnetism
Sorry.
is obviously charge between things, but it's also electromagnetic radiation is also obviously light and that spectrum of energy.
Okay.
And
Light
then,
is really weak.
what makes you say that?
Well, my hand can get in the way. Can't get to
Yeah,
it.
but also, like gamma radiation could melt your face off.
Yeah. I went through a phase of feeling really sorry for sunlight because it must be really crazy to travel all that way and then, like, in my
Power.
head, the goal of light was to, like, get to the earth and then you'd get all the way here and a pigeon would get in the way or something.
Yeah, but if you think about it like the whole thing, then it travels all that way and powers billions of years of life.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. Once I erased from my brain the idea that the light was trying to get to the earth, it's good again.
Yeah, because the light that doesn't get here just pisses off into space.
Yeah, I wonder when it runs out.
It doesn't.
Ever?
No.
Is the whole of space seeable in then?
Well, you have something called the visible universe, which is the as far as we can see because of the age of the universe. Because the light further than that hasn't got to us yet. But yes, it goes on forever and you could theoretically see forever.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think that the universe is about 14 billion years old. We can see 14 billion light years away because the light that far has had 14 billion years to get to us. And then in another billion years, we'll be able to see 15 billion light years away.
So every second, can you see a bit further?
Yep. About 300,000 meters further, I think.
I know there are people monitoring that.
No.
Okay.
Because on the scale of the universe, that's not much.
Yeah. Space is wild.
Yeah. Strong, and then you've got the strong force.
Strongest.
Yeah, which binds the nucleus together.
Okay.
Electromagnetism and gravity, they both have infinite ranges. Everything in the universe is affected by everything else's gravity, and everything in the universe that has a charge is affected by everything else in the universe that has a charge.
Ron, is this a callback to The Moon Knows About Me?
Yes.
I've
The
got
moon
my
knows
mug
about-
here.
Cute. The moon knows about you in two ways, because of your charge and your gravity.
Am I charged?
Some parts of you are charged.
Whoa. That's cool. Didn't know I had a charge.
Lots of you is charged. There's loads of ions inside you.
Well done, me. So, when you drink ionized water, that's not just bollocks?
It probably has ions. Oh, water has ions in it.
Oh, so it is bollocks.
Hang on, I'd have to look up what they're claiming.
We haven't got time, Ron.
Ionized. Oh, yeah, but we could talk about whatever bollocks you want to talk about. Do you mean deionized water?
Oh,
Which
I
is
don't
what's coming up
know.
quite a lot. Anyway, the weak force, Laura, has a range of 10 to the minus 18 meters.
Weak force. Weak source. Wait, what? Sorry, say that again, Ron. I was looking at something.
10 to the minus 18 meters. That's its range.
10 to the minus 18 meters. That's gravity's range. No, that's weak nuclear force's range.
Yes.
Okay.
The strong force has a range of about 10 to the minus 15.
Okay. Not wildly different then.
About 1,000 times different.
Yeah, that's not as much as I'd have thought.
Okay. Obviously, gravity only affects things with mass. Not everything has mass. Gravity only affects the things that do.
Yeah.
Electromagnetism only affects things with charge. Not everything does, obviously. The weak interaction affects all particles. Everything is affected by that.
Hold on. Say that again. So electromagnetism only affects charge. Okay, go back to nuclear, sorry.
The weak interaction affects all particles.
Okay.
Everything is under force because of that. The strong interaction affects only one branch of particles,
Oh.
which are called hadrons.
Oh, colliding.
The Large Hadron Collider, exactly.
Hadrons. Rons.
Hadrons.
Oh, Judiths. We will call them Judith.
This is where, Laura, we're going to introduce two things where physics starts to sound made up and science fiction-y. Hadrons are the group of subatomic particles that are made up of quarks.
God. I started thinking about something else and everything changed into cheese. What was it? Hadrons are made of quarks.
Hadrons are made of quarks.
God. Okay.
Now, there are two
Now
types
that,
of...
Ron, that works really well with this duck theme.
Yep. Now, there's two types
Posh
of...
ducks. Quark, quark.
There's two types of
Those fuzzy
hadrons.
ones that have got like the frilly little hats on. Do you know the ones?
I know the ones. A
Yeah.
ruddy duck. There are two types of hadrons, Laura. We have the baryons
Okay.
and the mesons.
Oh, these sound like dinosaurs.
Yeah, baryonics.
Mesosonics area. Those are the two types of hadrons. And sorry, Ron, in layman's terms, what's a hadron? Like a type of particle?
It's a family sort of subatomic particles. It's the ones that are made of quarks.
And when we're saying subatomic particles, so there are things other than electrons, protons and neutrons that are smaller than atoms.
So, yes. And the baryons, the most common two baryons are your protons and your neutrons. They are hadrons.
Okay, so protons and neutrons are types of baryons.
Yep, and they're made of quarks.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay.
Baryons, protons and neutrons, are made up of three quarks, okay?
Okay, so 3 quarks in a baryon. Is this the tricko? This is starting to feel tricko-y. And April Fool has come and gone this year with no sign of a tricko, which is fearing me that there's like a long-running tricko that I'm not noticing.
No, it's genuinely not. And bear with on the next bit, because mesons are made up of two particles. They're made up of a quark and an antiquark.
Jesus. And that's a meson.
That's a meson, yeah. Two of the most common mesons, pions and kaons.
What's an electron?
As far as I'm aware, an electron is just its own thing. What are electrons made of? They're not made of smaller components. Yeah, an electron is a fundamental particle.
Okay.
So, you obviously have, hadrons. But while we're on the topic of antimatter, you obviously also, if you have hadrons, you then also have antihadrons. So we'll have antibaryons, antimesons, and they're just made of the inverse. So an antibaryon will be made up of 3 antiquarks.
Oh, God. I've got a problem with my notebook because I start on the wrong page and then I add to that page and then it's like when I have to then turn the page, it's 2 pages away.
I see.
Are we nearly done?
We've only got 8 minutes left till your meeting, so...
Yeah, but I'd like to have a cup of tea.
We can stop whenever.
Can we stop and come back and just refresh this from hadrons onwards?
Well, we'll refresh it in the quiz.
Yeah, but I'm enjoying this, but I'm getting soup-brained.
Yeah.
And I want to get this in.
Yeah, well, what we'll do is we'll come back for the quiz, and then we can just talk about it after the quiz.
Okay, great.
So we don't have to do a 3-part record.
Great. No, I meant in the next physics lesson.
Oh, I see. Yes, of course, yeah.
Okay. See you for the quiz.
Bye.
Recording. Oh, Christ, it feels like forever. Why? What in the ever-loving banana is happening?
It's good.
Yeah, I mean, what a filter.
Yeah.
Wow.
You were gone for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I was mucking about.
I see that.
Yeah. There's good stuff on there.
What's this on? Reactions?
No, filters.
On Google, on the Google Meet?
Yeah. I can be a piece of cake as well.
Oh, can't even find filters. I've got chocolates to get us through this.
Nice. It's good stuff. Anyway, I couldn't really. My beard makes it look like this strawberry's got a dirty mouth.
Mine aren't working. Oh no, I'm
Oh
Mum!
my God, your mum!
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
Oh no.
Oh, let's turn that back off. This is so for us. Nobody can see what's happening.
We're not even narrating it.
I'm going to be... Should I be a pirate? No, I'm Dad! I'm going to be this pirate for this lesson.
Okay.
You're going to be Judith.
Wait. I'm Gnocchi. Oh, this one's horrible.
Oh, where did my pirate go? Oh, there it is. This is weird. Put your butt away.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Oh my God. I can be an arch pig. Time for the quiz, Laura. Right. I couldn't. It's been ages since we did this lesson.
You can't be this pig that's trying to seduce me.
I could be a dinosaur?
Oh no, the dinosaur's evil looking. I've got a lot of notes for this quiz, Ron, so I'm worried.
I remember what we went through, but I couldn't remember how much detail we did it in.
Oh, let's say none.
So, Laura, what are the 4 fundamental forces?
Gravity, electromagnetic, and then strong and weak nuclear? Or is it nuclear and then strong and weak electromagnetic?
I didn't ask for them in order, so...
No, but I can't remember. I know there's a strong and weak gravity and... No, I think electromagnetic and then I think strong and weak nuclear.
Yes. Yeah, that's correct. Well done. Now I'm going to ask for them in order.
Okay. Gravity is the weakest. Gravity Ron's being a dog. Gravity is the weakest. And then... then I think it was weak nuclear. Then... Put your tongue away, you creep. Then electromagnetic, then strong nuclear.
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
No, you're not. You're farting about trying to make your dog do weird stuff.
Say it again.
I think gravity is the weakest. Then weak nuclear, then electromagnetic, then strong nuclear.
I think that's true.
Hooray!
I
can't get my bunny ears to go up.
You have to raise your eyebrows.
No,
I haven't actually tried.
that's raising my eyebrows.
That's how you raise the dog ears.
No, my bunny just has eyebrows.
Yeah, that was correct, Laura. Well done. Another 4 points for ye. Right, Laura, what's a hadron?
What is a hadron? This one's very fitting for doing a quiz. There's a tiny light bulb wandering around my head. What's a hadron? I love this question. Is a hadron a... Christ, what's a hadron?
Just covered in bugs.
Fuck, what's a hadron? A hadron... Is it a nucleus that's got... something missing? I don't know what a hadron is, Ron.
A hadron is a family of particles that are made up of quarks. Laura's a space alien now. But it's got her mouth. The pop shield is fucking you up though.
Yeah, do you think that's what it is? Do you think that's why my bunny ears didn't work?
I don't know if the bunny ears go up.
Oh. I hate you as a cake.
Yeah, the cake's sly.
Those are just your eyes, though.
Yeah.
You're sly.
No, there's something smug about this cake.
Oh, the mouth is upside down on the alien. That's weird.
Yeah. I've really heard that.
Yeah, I put my tongue out too far and it hurt. Ow. I almost pulled my tongue.
Laura, I don't think you're going to get this because you didn't get the last one, but what are the two groups of hadrons?
Oh, I know where this is written on the page of my notebook. Is that anything?
No.
Two groups of hadrons. And a hadron is a quark.
It's not. No, that's not what I said.
What did you say a hadron was?
It's a family of particles that are made of quarks.
Okay, so one group I'm going to say are called quarks. And the other group I'm going to say schnorks.
No, it's baryons and mesons.
Oh, yeah. This is when it really starts to get into made-up territory.
Yeah. It's all getting a bit Big Bang Theory.
Baryonyx and Mesozoic era. That's how I'm going to remember that.
Baryonyx. Okay, Laura. Last question. What force affects hadrons?
Chaos theory.
What?
Electromagnetic. Strong nuclear? Your eyebrow is creeping into the cake face. It's horrible. I got my eyebrows professionally done yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's nice. They're tamed.
Maybe I'll do that one day.
If you do, go to people from the Middle East, because I think our family's eyebrows come from that region, and they don't look at you like you're a problem. They just go, yeah, these are some eyebrows.
That's a good tip. Do you think we've got Middle Eastern eyebrows?
Yeah. We're quite a heavy-browed family. Ron, is it strong nuclear?
It is strong nuclear.
Yes.
Yeah, but also gravity, the weak nuclear, and electromagnetic, I think.
Well, I'd argue all forces are working on all things at all times, Ron.
Yeah, like I said, Laura, I wrote this quiz while I was very drunk last night, so I don't really know what I meant by that. But that's a very good quiz for you, Laura, and I thought that was going to be worse.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you got 9 out of 13 there.
All right, happy with that. And now we get to do biology lesson.
Yay! And there you go, gang. There is the pod. You've listened to it. We're going to have a lovely little outros now. Nothing really to shout out. Yeah, I asked Laura if she had anything that she wanted me to say. She said no. But if you're in New Zealand, go see one of the many shows that Laura's doing over there. I'm sure you can find them if you googled Laura Lexx Live, Laura Lexx Tour, Laura Lexx New Zealand, Laura Lexx Tickets. One of those things will get you to one of the many shows that she's doing. She's very funny and she's having a good time down under. If you want to see Ron perform, my band's playing a gig in Bristol on the 16th at the Thunderbolt. I'll send you a link and you can come to that as well. That would be lovely. I've got a few people to do shout outs for. I just put put the word out on the Discord to the gang. So lots of love to Carol. Carol wants me to say why why they're my favourite lab rats. It's the general enthusiasm. I don't get this from anyone, but I send a message out and a lot of warmth comes in. So on the vague shout-outs, we'll give love to Carol, Jenny, Mike. Oh, no. Hang on. Wait. Okay, no, we have specific shout-outs. Oh, Jenny C and Jenny O both get vague shout-outs. Now, special shout-outs we get one to Lucy. She is trying to start out new chemo regrowth. Apparently it's the wrong colour and now curly. I've spent most of my life the wrong colour and too curly, so we can all identify with that. Sending strength to Lucy. Justin asks for good luck to his year 13 students who go on study leave on Wednesday. They don't need luck. Study leave's for dossing about and doing the occasional past paper, but we will send luck anyway. Trumpet Mike, lovely Mike. Mike also asks for good luck for students, not for exams, just because he's in their life, but we don't believe he needs that at all. And then Carol gets in for a second one. Carol says, asked me to tell her students that wearing the down and don't just say things hats are completely allowed to be worn at school, as I give express permission as chief of this podcast that is allowed. I don't know what authority I have that. God help those kids if I am in charge. If you want to be part of the Discord and have spontaneous little fun like that, you can be. I'm told it's a Patreon perk. So maybe Google Lexx Education Patreon, and you'd be allowed to do that as well. It's very cheap. It's £3 a month. That's like 60% of a pint these days, if you're lucky. So who couldn't afford to be part of that? I think that's all for now. I need to get this uploaded. I need to write a description for it. I need to choose a funny name for it. And then probably go watch an episode of Desperate Housewives. And maybe a slice of toast. Maybe a slice of toast. Well, yeah. Have a great time, everyone. See you next week. It's Laura's edit next week, so maybe she'll be doing the intros and outros solo then. So yeah, maybe I won't see you next week. God, who knows? Rambling now. Class dismissed. Too late, Kay. Too late, Stephen. I sees you typing. Class dismissed.